Hey, greetings! Coming to you live from cool, Florida. It's Lorna Blake, Life Leadership and Success Coach, here with my very handsome husband, Joseph.
I'm just the eye candy.
And I'm super excited because I just got off a bunch of calls to Iowa. And I love what I'm experiencing right now because I have been calling Iowa since after I got back from Jamaica, which was just before Thanksgiving, right? And I have to say, I've observed that there's a totally different energy right now with Iowans about Andrew Yang. Yeah. That is super exciting to me. I have never experience this, and it makes me feel and know and understand that we can win this thing. Like, seriously, we can win this thing. So Joe is here with me, and he had the opportunity to observe me because I decided to tag team. I wanted to get on some calls to Iowa before, right? It was my plan to do this a couple of days ago. But I've had a busy time getting out of the holidays. I felt exhausted. I was trying to catch up with some work. And so it got put off until today. And Joe suggested that we call after the first NFL game. And I have to tell you, the people that I actually reached today, they want Andrew Yang to win. And there's some others who were busy, but they weren't rude. So I know they actually suggested that we call again because they were either getting ready for dinner or they had babies in the bathtub or there were some other things going on. It's Sunday. And so they weren't able to talk, but we have the opportunity to call again. And even with the people that I reached, I have their contact names and phone numbers for us to continue to build relationship to get them to do stuff with us. So I'm super excited. And I want to have Joe share how it was observing the interaction, because this is your first time and I was excited to share the opportunity with you. Yeah. And so as you observed me on the calls, what did you think? What's your takeaway?
Well, first of all, first and foremost, I was joking before that Lorna, she would kill it at my work. I mean, we'd probably be able to pay you double what we pay most people at my work just because he's so good on the phone. You come in,
flatter me, thank you.
You come in a couple weeks later, they said, "Listen, we want to make you the assistant manager," you know. But she's so good on the phone, people. I'm telling you, this woman's serious. Did you kill it when you was doing telemarketing work?
I mean, I don't really want to. I mean, I can manage myself on the phone.
I would imagine. I would imagine.
I can manage.
And it's more challenging than, if you haven't done it, it's more challenging than you would think. Calling somebody on the phone. And one of the things that was cool was that Lorna, when people were really enthusiastic, she would say, "Happy Sunday," and they would vibe off each other and get excited. And if somebody, was hesitant when they answered the phone, Lorna would say something like, "I apologize for calling on a Sunday. I just want to check in with you to do this." And there's a script that's really good that's actually based in gathering information. So if you're kind of like on the fence about getting involved with making calls to Iowa or other states, it's really laid out for you. And one of the ideas that you may consider is, as I was hearing the calls, sometimes she would have a man's name and she'd be calling a woman. So that was funny because some of the women would be like, "Who is this? What?" And then Lorna's so charming. She would be like, "Oh, but I'm a volunteer with Andrew Yang." And they would say, "Oh, okay." They kind of get it. And they would stop being jealous about, who is this beautiful sounding woman asking for my man, or my brother, whoever it is. But anyways, that was entertaining for me. But when she got women, she was probably like, she was hitting 700, for those of you who follow baseball, 7 out of 10, I'm telling you. Like, people who were generally like, I'm a Republican. They were kind of like, "Well, if Trump loses, if he gets impeached, all bets are," they changed their mind. And there were a couple of people who were already Yang Gang, which was super cool. We even had one person who was Yang Gang who's has a Florida number, so I couldn't help but yell out in the background, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was funny.
Greetings from Clearwater, you know.
Oh dear. Oh, it's funny as heck, right? So you all can tell that Joe is funny, and so he kept the conversation going. At some point, I had to tell him, shh. This is a dialer, and it's going to keep going.
Yeah, I was trying to make her laugh in between calls just to keep the vibes light. You know?
But you know what? It's something that I think all of us should do, and I think Joe was observing it so he can actually make some live calls in the coming days.
Yeah, because what I was going to say is if you're a couple, like what you could do, like I was thinking as Lorna was doing, is if a woman answers, then the woman talk to them, and if a man answers, then the man talk to them, because that way there's no jealousy. And you know, I mean, it's natural if a man called my phone, we don't have a landline, but if we had a landline, for example, and asked for Lorna, I would be like, I'm sorry, she's not available. Because you have that, you know, that's a part of being a man, right?
Okay. But that is, yeah. I mean, I'm a professional, so it wouldn't count, right? You couldn't possibly get away with that.
You don't have a landline, so I don't deal with it, you know? But in general...
He's joking around anyways. But
no, but I'm saying it's natural if a stranger, I'm not saying like, you know, if somebody you do business with, that's obviously, that's a business relationship. But if somebody I've never heard of calls and said, hey, can I talk to Lorna? I'd say, who is this? Who are you really, you know? And so that was something I was thinking would be great to have a couple kind of tag team it like that. And so we'll probably do that in the future, I would imagine, you know, as we go into these other states. And I just want to encourage everybody in Ohio, you know, just holler at everybody in Ohio, because I know a lot of people were involved in Ohio getting signatures, and there were some challenges. But I just want to encourage y'all. And we were seeing today, there was a comment on Padgett's video that there was a woman who ran for Senate in Alaska who won as a write-in candidate. So, you know, just want to encourage everybody who was doing hard work in Ohio that it's possible still.
That's a great point. Yeah. So we just want to encourage everybody that we're in it to win it, and we can win this thing if all of us work together to do the work, because there's a lot of phone calls to be made. And if we all take the time and do some phone calls, believe me, I've been doing phone calls for the last couple of months, and it's the most excited I've been. And I was excited before because I have a commitment to bring Andrew Yang to visibility in Iowa. But now he has visibility, and we just need to get on the phones, talk to the people, build some relationships, and get their phone numbers and contact info so we can actually call them again and get some of them to caucus, or get as many of them as possible.
That's right.
So let's win this. This coming week is Yang Week. Let's do all we can. Let's put it all out on the floor. Joe and I are probably going to be making calls tomorrow. Yes, I'm volunteering him for calls tomorrow. Yeah. And we're going to take this forward.
You know,
let's keep it going.
Yeah. Right now is the time, because think about how special the system is in Iowa, where the people are literally heard. Yes. And collaboration is required to succeed, and that's life, right there.
Absolutely. So thank you all for watching. We're going to be talking to you soon on the next video. All right. But in the meantime, get yourselves ready. Have the belief and the confidence that we can win this, and we're going to win it.
That's right.
And if we all collaborate, believe me, it's done. You heard me. Yeah. You heard him. Let's do it, y'all. Talk to you soon.
Blessed.
All right. Many blessings. Talk soon.